Hi, YouTube family. It's Daughter of the Most High with part two. Um, so I wanted to share that information with you because things are changing so rapidly. And I really want to encourage you to become familiar with spiritual warfare. If you've not already done so, it's so important to do this. And of course, our churches, like it said in Betty's word, are so off track. We are not equipped like we should be. The church is not a city on a hill shining brightly. Most of the church lives so much like the world, other than maybe the occasional church attendance or a little bit of prayer or Bible reading, but we are not. We're supposed to be completely separate from the world. In most ways, I still work. My job is secular. But other than that, other than working, because many of us work for, a secular company, but our personal life and our heart should be sold out to the things of God. And personally, for me, I can't wait to have more time to study and learn and grow and be in ministry. So I'm really looking forward to that. So if you have not laid down the things of the world, whatever those look like for you, I'm encouraging you to do that because it's so important. Those, whatever those interests are, and again, I don't mean like exercise and things like that. I feel so much better any day that I get exercise. But some of the things we need to lay down. Some of it might be the movies and TV shows. Most of what Hollywood puts out is garbage. You know that. They're all Illuminati and Freemasons, Satan serving monsters. And it doesn't mean that like a nature show or certain, shows like that are more neutral, that they're a problem. They're not. But again, you want to give the majority of your time to the things of the Lord, apart from work. If you're still working full time, you want to give your time to the Lord. Another thing that I hear people doing is fasting. And of course, I'm doing my partial fast. And so that's going well. But I did have my birthday last Friday, and I ended up having on Friday and Sunday, because I did things Friday and Sunday, I ended up having some cake, some sweets on, those 2 days, which that's what I do. And so like if I extend my no junk month into February, which I probably will, I will still like have cake on my daughter's birthday. My son is allergic to dairy, so we used to get him cakes when he was younger, but we don't so much anymore. He would get the cake and blow out, whatever number was on top, which was his birthday, 13 or 17. And then my daughter and I would eat the cake. So, and he never wanted me to make a dairy-free, egg-free cake. He did have one when he was little, but he's just gotten so used to the way he eats with his dairy allergy and egg allergy that he just doesn't eat cake. And so if that changes down the road, fine, but it never has. So anyway, I do have my little treat days. So I take like one day off from my no junk, and then I just continue, pick it up from there. And again, this kind of fasting I do feel a difference when I do it. And it just feels good. So I would like to try doing a full fast at some point. I really would. But I know that it would really affect my sleep because right now, if I don't eat enough in a day and if I don't eat enough protein in a day, I can't sleep. That's how it is. So my body's just changed as I've gotten older. So we shall see, because I'm excited to draw nearer into the things of God. I really want to. And so whatever that looks like for me, study and, you know, more fasting and that kind of thing. I just want to draw near. I really do. That's my goal for 2023, is to just really dive deep. So, so what I wanted to share was, though, since the first of the year, the Lord has shown me 113, which is my birthday, 113 so many times. And the Lord has been doing that for years, but I have not seen it so frequently as I have in January so far. And what I believe that means is that I am entering into what I was born for, spiritually, you know? And so I was like meant to have my kids and meant to work in treatment and meant to do certain things. And again, I missed a lot of my God's plan for my life because I was off track for so long. But I feel like I'm entering spiritually into, and that may be warfare, helping people manage what's coming, because I am a believer that's more comfortable with that than most other believers, a little more familiar and comfortable. And again, my daughter, when she was little, would have the spirit realm opened up to her at certain times, and she would see demons. And I'll share more about that. I was going to do that and I never did it. And these months are always so busy for me, December and January, so I'll get to that. So she's a little more familiar with it, and which made me more familiar with it, although I did not see what she could see. So I've had my own experiences with it as far as more sounds and that sort of thing. I've heard sounds out in the wooded area in the behind my townhouse, sounds inside the house, outside the house, things like that. I'm pretty familiar with that. Even when I did the Once Saved, Always Saved, and I had just finished the first video, I was home alone and heard a woo in the hallway. So, and I know that's one of the enemy's pet teachings. I think because there's so many people lost in that, thinking that they don't have to live a narrow path life, that they are once saved, always saved. So there's that. So I have seen my birthday so many times, 113. It's like the Lord is just really speaking to me. So I'm thinking that I'm going to be entering into something. Do I know exactly? No. Then, just recently, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4 a couple of times, and then 2, 3, 4. And this was on the clock. And it surprised me because I don't typically see those numbers. So I looked them up, and what that means is alignment. Divine alignment and positioning. God is lining things up for you with ease. God is watching over you. You can trust him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on this list it's actually 2, 3, 4, 5. But I saw 2, 3, 4 a couple of times each, and I was like, what? Because that is a new one for me. I have seen 7, 3, 7, which is when I was so uncertain about buying my house and so afraid to take money out of this townhouse to put into my other house. And I was just like, God, I need confirmation. And 737 is what he chose to speak to me through. And so I've been seeing 737 again. And I prayed about it frequently in January, this whole month. And so I said, God, what does this mean? Am I supposed to go live at the other house? I'm still working. It means now, like urgent now. And so God did not share with me specifically why he's showing me that, but I'm sure seeing it with frequency lately. So that's been happening in my life. So I want to share that with you along with those other 2 words. Betty's word is really significant. She's taken up off her bed. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that works. She's taken up off her bed, or her spirit's taken up off her bed. I don't know how it goes. And she and I haven't talked for a while. So hopefully she and I can talk and I can ask her, how does this go? But either way, she went on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th of January, which is 2023, the first week of 2023. And the Lord is showing her things about the death angel. Now, there's going to be ministering angels as well. But the death angel. And I think we've seen so many deaths already. It is shocking. It is shocking what's going on, and what we know what this is due to. We know. And young people, athletic people, other people, it seems like, sorry guys, I keep touching my face, but it's because my skin's dry and so it itches. And I moisturize it in the morning and I moisturize it at night, but I've got these little like itches. So anyway, I've just got a little bit of dry skin, a little tickly feeling. But so with the deaths, it's alarming. And for me, my heart always hurts when I heard of Lisa Marie's death, and I know she doesn't know the Lord, and it just breaks my heart when the devil wins in anyone's life. I don't want the devil to win in anyone's life. That's why God gave me that work, that assignment about adulterous remarriages in the church, because if you're an adultery and you're not a believer, your first order of business is being a believer. But there are so many believers that are in adulterous remarriages, and it's wrong. And I have shared, I've shared on my channel that it's just people aren't interested. Their marriage and relationships are such an idol in the church. It's just sad. And people are going to be, if they don't repent, which many aren't, they just resist it, turn a blind eye. Nope, I don't want to tell you I'm saved by grace, or he cheated or she cheated, and it's not about that. It says that only death breaks the covenant. And so, the marriage covenant. So, but God gave me that assignment, and I do feel like I passed that one with flying colors, and there's many that I have not. So I'm happy to say I was really about 100% on that one. So anyway, just want to share this much with you. I just want to share that these things are going on, and we know that every new year, there's more things. I mean, 2020, look at that, So we are very much in the end times. We are in the tribulation. We are there's going to be a lot that's happening in this next year. So I just urge you to really, if you've never buckled down and really got solid in your walk with God, do that this year. And I'm going to buckle down too. I'm going to do more. For me, 2023 is a year of more of God, more prayer, more fasting, more everything. And I hope that you'll join me in that goal for 2023. So once again, this phone's always blinking at me.